Hello and good morning, good evening. My name is Shane Abeysekera and I am the principal developer for Aurora Borealis. And welcome to my presentation of slash demo of the project code. For our solution, we decided to go with a simple ad delivery system, which we would tune it to our specific needs. Um, the core idea behind this is to create a space that we can put information and also a system which we can quickly generate a request in the case of an emergency. As my colleagues have explained in the previous section before, I am going through my um, presentation and running through the code and the implementation of what has been done. And let's get started with that. Uh, One of the main core ideas behind our project was to make sure that while we are creating a service, we want to make sure that we don't track or collect on any of the user's data. For that, the simple application that was done would be to um, add a script using JavaScript that would create the request and um, get all the necessary information done without tracking our users, uh, thereby avoiding a complete privacy concern. So let's just take a look at how it looks on the front end. And as we can see here, we have a div, which this white space would be used to deploy whatever information that is relevant. And this is a customizable space which we may use in the future to put in information regarding human trafficking or um, any other exploitation data and information which we can use to spread to our users. The main object is this button which we can use to signal authorities to get help. If we take a look on creating on sending using the get help, we create the request which is sent, and as we can see, we get all the relevant information that we need for the users. For example, the IP address, their current location, which is here, the GPS coordinates, and the postcode. This information is grabbed completely by a quick script which we use uh, here, and I'll run you through its implementation as follows. Our main code is run on this script. Our front end is all on one, pretty much one set. All we do need to do is create a div and include the input class and link our script, as we can see here. We use two main sources. One is jQuery to get the request, which is a common library which we use in pretty much every website, and we have a custom script along with SMTP.js, but that's not too relevant. And as we see, we create our script just creates a get request to ipinfo.io, where they will run the code, the pinging system, where uh, it uses WebRTC to grab the IP address and transform all that locational data, um, and output it as a JSON object. That data is manipulated accordingly with SMTP to send out an email. Currently, it's not configured as we are still in the testing phase, but we use SMTP.js, which we use our authentication token to send out an email as to SOS at International Canada, which would be the optimal case in the final, and it sends from our configured email alerts at Aurora Borealis 1. This is an unmonitored inbox. It's just used for sending requests, and it sends this message with the email body, which passes the data, the location, which is the object's the location data, the IP address, the city, and the country. In the future versions of our build, we would customize this way further by making sure that the country, we filter it out and change this outgoing email to a specific country according to their country, which we would set up a repository and do that. However, the main thing to note that is that none of this data is created saved by our side. It's just a one-time script and can be run completely on the client side. Accordingly, our implementation is just a copy paste. All the any user uh, that needs to implement this service just needs to copy this script file onto their platform, import it, and just run this. Just copy paste this class, and that's pretty much it. Um, in the complete solution, we would deploy an iframe, which we would serve advertisement data separately and use that in a different service. However, that's our future vision. As for now, I hope this was a significant demo and explained how we run our service, and I'll pass it on back to my colleagues.